Meeting 103, Army and Navy, late season in the Patriot League. Anthony Ghobriel for Navy, Will Coletti for Army. Two players who have had excellent seasons in the face-off circle to get it going here in Annapolis. Right out of the gate, you mentioned coming into the game at Coletti. A big strength for Army. He takes the opening face-off and gives it a quick rip.
Yeah, he's extremely talented, and you also see that athleticism, but up to the task is Ryan. That's a critical save, not just to stop the goal, obviously, but when he makes a couple.
Second on the team in goals. That's his 23rd. Top 10 in the Patriot League in points and assists. Navy gets that one. Ghobriel. It's their face-off specialist for Navy. What have they done differently in the last four that have given them this four-game streak that came right out the heel?
Ball, and Kelly makes him pay.
Fourth goal for Andrew Kelly, the senior out of Charlotte. And Army, a chance to make it 3 in a row.
An obvious standard that Joel Barisi set at West Point is something any program would hope for.
So Navy possession. A team that's had midfield injuries throughout. Dane Swanson's missed a lot of time, although he returned last time out in the midfield spot. Played.
And Army can now recognize you're gonna have to deal with him for 4 quarters. He looks fresh.
And it's the 7th game of the year for Swanson, who had missed 7.
Impressive start for his career.
And that was one of the headliners coming in. Plunkett against Hernandez, 2 freshmen. As Coach Joe Amplo told us, hey, it's about time they start getting familiar with each other. They're going to be good. Again, how would they replace a loaded senior class from a season ago? Many thought that this could be a rebuilding year for Army, but they have done anything but. They have been the dominant team in the Patriot League throughout. How have they done this?
Well, I think, one, they have incredible.
Another battle at the face-off circle. Ghobriel and Coletti scrapping. It's Army who wins it. And one of the things about Army, and Cornell kind of played in a familiar way of like where you deploy your poles becomes such
some turnovers at times, but when he's locked in and healthy, he's as dynamic attackman as there is in the country.
So Arline, goal number 10. On Tuesday, he had his first practice, his first full practice in about a month. Battling injury, and then of course he spent some time away as the Navy football quarterback. So he plays that playmaker time for Army to reclaim their 4-goal lead. And that physicality that we'll see quite a bit as this day moves on. Navy gets a chance to respond for themselves.
I haven't seen Navy defensively look this vulnerable at all over the course of this 4-game losing or winning streak.
So is it something that Army is doing more different than you would think coming into this matchup?
I think they're taking
100 goals, so that kind of shows you what Navy is up against. Down 6 relatively early. Violation. So it's Navy, and one of the things at the X, they've gotten the ball off the face-offs more than you would expect, going up against Will Coletti, perhaps one of the top players for the Black Knights.
Turnovers for Army right now. Their defense for Navy is slow to go. They seem to be questioning things a bit, and now Coletti got a fast break.
Coletti bouncer off the pipe. A hat trick for Burek. 25 goals on the season. You see Coletti, Fogo for Army. Just
shots for Navy, just 2 goals. 10 shots on goal. I just don't think they've tested Knox Dent to the level they're going to need to get back in this game.
Yeah, 2 for 21 is not what you want to see. Navy does lead the Patriot League in shots per game. Right off the faceoff, Fellows gives it a try. Ryan makes the stop. And this is what Navy needs. Get the ball, get some possession, and capitalize here in half 2.
And if nothing else, we saw in the first half. Now it's about Ghobriel winning some faceoffs.
Vivian with the assist is third. Flaherty's 6th goal, but it is Army that wins the faceoff with Coletti.
News that he did indeed tear his ACL again. They were all moved to tears. I mean, it was that emotional, but still heavily involved, and kind of speaks to the nature of the players that play for both these programs. It's obviously about the sport and the ability to compete, but the character they bring to this game is special. It's different. It's unique in college sports.
There is a penalty flag down, likely on Army, and
he looks kind of nervous right now.
to say.
He looks like a coach.
Great video. And that's the thing that Coach Alvarisi told us. We'll wait for the penalty.
So look here. Looks like a push with possession. So it'll be 32nd man up for Navy as they try and make it 3 straight. Manage their minutes, Chris, to allow them to play fresh in this second half.
3 goals in a row for Navy. Coletti gets the big face-off win for Army.
And again, by my sort of view of this, if you can go into the 4th down 3 if you're Navy.
Airport, New York. Let's put it on in this game. 4 goals. Also an assist. Mention a senior. Seniors have a way of making big plays in this rivalry.
And then obviously quarterback in football, and you can't really do those 2 jobs halfway. But he's showing that he's healthy, which is most important, and still able to make some plays on the lacrosse field.
Well, his team gets the first possession of quarter number 4. Army won 4 of the 5 faceoffs in the 3rd quarter. That happened to be the best quarter that Navy had in the game.
Yeah, Hewitt finally gets on the board.
So Hewitt's 23rd. Haley gets the assist, the 12th of the year. It's exactly what Navy needed. And they scoop this one. Not to the Army offensive zone. Fellows tumbles. And possession to Navy.
Yeah, loose ball hold, so.
Make that Army who takes it. A 2-goal day for Bailey O'Connor. Will Coletti strong on the faceoff X. Wins another possession for Army with threatening clouds in the sky.